normal, but that's because I've been trying to speak really loudly over loud music all night, because I worked clearly since I'm not home and in bed yet, and it's like 2 a.m. on New Year's Day. Fortunately, it's still New Year's Eve or even middle of the day for some of you guys elsewhere in the world. And a shout out to all of my brothers all across the globe. I appreciate you all. Now, I was finishing work tonight, and I was ready to go home. I just want to get to bed, right? And I was working in the city. I'm sorry if it's really noisy with this road noise. I've got a new phone, so I don't know how sensitive the microphone is. I hope it's not too bad for you guys. And I was just about to jump onto the harbour bridge. Now, once you're on the harbour bridge, you're not turning back until you get to North Sydney, for anyone who knows the geography of Sydney very well. And once I get onto the harbour bridge and I go across to North Sydney, I continue all the way pretty much to home. And there's not really anywhere where there's any clubs or pubs or anywhere that people might be coming out of on the way home. There was just something inside me that compelled me and made me say, I've got to do one last good deed. I've got to do one I felt it within myself. I wanted to do a random act of kindness. And it didn't matter what it would be. And I thought, well, I've got a full tank of petrol, and I'm very fortunate for that. And I have a car, and it's sprinkling down rain outside, like it's not good weather. And so I thought, well, hell, I'm pretty sure there's a lot of people right now who either want to get home or want to get somewhere other than where they are, and they don't want to do it in the rain. So I drove around a bit, and maybe I'll probably look like a creep to some people like driving a bit slowly, but I didn't really want to pick up any couples or like anyone with a girl in the group, but not because I'm trying to be sexist, but just because I don't want to weird anyone out first thing in the year. And you know how might be intoxicated. I don't want any Me Too allegations, all that sort of stuff, So I was driving and I was just crossing this intersection, and I saw these three guys walking across the road. So I pulled up just after the intersection, and I wound my window down and I said, "Excuse me, guys. Look, I know this is kind of strange, me coming up to you and asking you this, but I just really want to do one more last random act of kindness before I go home and sleep this year. I just want to do something for someone. Do you guys need a ride anywhere?" And they kind of like I could see they're a little bit apprehensive at first, as you would be if a random stranger drives up and be like, "Hey, do you want to ride somewhere?" Candy in the back, right? And then they're like, "Oh, well, there's three of us, like we're big boys. There's one of him. What's the worst that can happen, right?" And so they got in the car, and I explained my reasoning behind what I wanted to do and why I wanted to do it. And they offered me money. I was like, no, I don't want money. I just want to do something nice for you guys, just because I can, just because I'm in a position to, and I'd like to help someone out and brighten someone's day, And it's safe to say that I achieved that. And they're actually really nice guys. Turned out they came from Western Australia last year, and yeah, really cool dudes. I ended up telling them about the channel. I can't remember how exactly we got onto it, but I think it had something to do with womanists. Yeah, I mean, there's a story, but yeah, it was cool. And if you guys are watching, just wanted to let you know that it was really nice to meet you all. And yeah, I hope that you have a safe drive home from where your car was parked. And also there was another side note, because I just saw someone dropped a message about marrying or something. I can't really see it. I just caught the word marrying out of the corner of my eye. It's kind of like a trigger word for me. But there was a guy at 8:30 p.m. tonight, and he proposed to his girlfriend. And it's funny, right? Because I've got red pill knowledge now, and I understand human dynamics, and I understand body language, and I understand how people respond, and connectedness. And I'm just watching this and I'm like, oh man, like she didn't cry, she didn't get really emotional, she wasn't super touched. She just kind of like smiled and was like looking at the ring, and I'm like, oh dude, don't buy a house with this woman. Just saying. But I couldn't say anything because everyone around was like, oh my god, congratulations! Like, just single-handed clap here because I got my other hand on the wheel. I'm trying to be responsible here. And everyone was like, oh my god, congratulations! Here, have another bottle of wine. And I'm like, bro, poor dude, man, lamb to the slaughter. What can I say? But you know, everyone makes their decisions, and that was his, and I hope it works out well for him. I don't think it will, but I hope it does. I really, really hope it does. And I hope all you guys have a good New Year's Eve, and I hope you have a good New Year's Day. And I hope that amidst all the craziness that has been 2021, that you've actually found some little gems, some nuggets of wisdom. You've worked some things out, you've progressed in your life, you've improved your financial situation against all odds. You know, I hope and I wish that for all of you. And if that hasn't happened, then I wish that you can take the lessons from what you've learned this year and apply it to improve yourself. Or, you know, any setbacks, you kind of go, thank you for this lesson, because this now gives me the knowledge to be able to step forward with confidence. Now that I know where I went wrong, now that I know what my real direction is, now I know what I really need to be doing for myself, looking after myself. So that's what I hope for you guys. By the way, shout out to Aussie MGTOW Bear with the PayPal donation earlier today. Thank you for that, brother. Aussie MGTOW Bear is also a subscriber to my channel. I've got a few members only live streams coming up in the next week. So there's not going to be very many people, but I'd love you to be one of them if that's something you're down for. Anyway, guys, I'm almost home now, so I'm going to tune out, mellow out, and fingers crossed I find a car spot right outside my house so I don't have to walk in this rain. But I appreciate you men. I appreciate the brotherhood. I appreciate what you men have been doing for other men. The way that you've been looking out for your fellow brothers. The way that you've been giving knowledge to your fellow brothers, supporting your fellow brothers. You know, and just looking after other men. And look, guys, there's going to be some dudes that are blue pill simps, right? They're going to think that you just hate women. But, you know, I really implore you to say, hey, listen, I don't hate women. Maybe you do, and if you do, then that's your thing, and that's cool. I personally don't, and I think most of you don't either. You just hate some of the things they do. But once you understand why they do the things they do, and how to mitigate those things, and how to stop creating the breeding ground and the circumstances to allow such behaviors and proclivities to flourish, then you essentially are correcting the course of nature. And got a comment here saying the brotherhood sounds better than MGTOW. Look, I agree. Because look, it's one thing to go your own way and, you know, have know other people that are going their own way and encourage people to go their own way so that they can find happiness. But there's really something to looking after our fellow man that maybe don't have the knowledge that we have yet, because there are very few of us that were born with the knowledge that you gentlemen watching this channel right now have. Very few of us. In fact, I would say none of us were born with this knowledge. We all learned it either firsthand, through observation, through being on the receiving end of behaviors that we know not to be conducive to harmony between people. Or maybe we had a really freaking based dad or grandfather that taught us what we needed to know, that we would have loved to have known years beforehand, but never ever knew, because nobody had the balls to tell us the truth but them. Maybe. Hang on, get my keys out of my pocket. Sitting on the ship. Oh my goodness. Tell me I haven't lost my freaking car keys. No, that's alright. It's in here. Ah! Jingle, jingle, baby. And of course I haven't lost my car keys. I'm driving my car. But yeah, it's more the boom gate keys. Oh, why would you go to the boom gate if you don't have a boom gate key? You dud. So now I'm reversing up. And some of you guys were saying that you're getting ready for the fireworks. The fireworks has actually already happened in Australia. It was mediocre at best, to be honest. It was mediocre at best. What's this guy doing? So yeah, we had the venue we were at, we had like a few little sparkler streamer things that kind of gives us a little show. What the fuck, mate? Don't be such a dud. Learn to drive and be smart. So yeah, guys. Anyway, I'm just pulling up to home, and looks like there are no car spots. However, I'm fortunate to have this bad boy, so I'm grateful for that. Anyway, gentlemen, I'm out of here. I appreciate you all. Thank you all for tuning in. Make sure you smash the thumbs up. If you haven't been getting my notifications, unsubscribe and resubscribe with all notifications so that you'll start to get them again. I know that's a little trick that's been happening with YouTube. I don't know if it's a trick or a glitch. I'm more inclined towards the first one. And yes, if you do like this channel and you haven't yet subscribed, please subscribe. Share these videos, comment. It helps to get the engagement that makes these videos possible, so that YouTube doesn't drown all my viewers away to zero, as it looks like they would love to do over time if you've been watching my community posts. Anyway, gents, I'm going to stop the car right now. I will catch you in the next video. I appreciate you all. Happy New Year to all you gentlemen, and peace to the brotherhood.